Welcome to Sorare Assist, assisting you in your Sorare journey. Today I'm going to be highlighting some budget options in the Argentinian and Brazilian leagues. Make sure you stay tuned to find out who I've selected. Before we get stuck into it, welcome all Sorare managers. As usual, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and tap that notification bell to be alerted about any new videos. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Reddit, and for more free Sorare content please check out SorareAssist.com. Links are in the description. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up, use the link below to get a free limited card. Okay, let's get straight stuck into today's content then. So today I'm going to be highlighting some budget options in the Argentinian and Brazilian leagues. I'm going to be doing a number of these videos over the next few weeks. I'll also be highlighting some players in the MLS league as well, and also in the Asia divisions and the Austria and Russian leagues. This is because all these leagues have either finished or have a long winter break, so you can pick up some of these players at a budget option. So in this video series I'm going to be highlighting some budget options and under the radar players as well that have got all the right stats to succeed on the SO5 scoring matrix. This is part 1 of my Brazilian and Argentinian budget players. Part 2 will be coming over the next few days on this channel, so make sure you do subscribe and ping that notification bell. Okay then, let's get stuck into the first player, and as always with this, always do your own research on these players, and as always, it's not financial advice. So the first player I've gone for is George Bron of Rosario Central, 35-year-old goalkeeper. Now this guy is actually currently injured. There's something to bear in mind. He's just had an operation though. It was operated on around a month ago. He's expected to be out for around 6 months. But because of that, you can obviously pick this guy up at a very cheap price. And I would expect him to get back into the Rosario Central team when he is back fit. So just looking at his stats then from last season, he started 18 of the games and he's actually saved 4.4 shots per game, which is 75% of the shots that were against his goal. So that is absolutely fantastic. So he is a very impressive player for Rosario Central, an important player as well. We do need to check on his contract though. I don't know if he's going a new contract at Rosario Central, but I would have thought he will be doing, especially with that operation being successful, which was on his knee. So looking at his SO5 scores then, as you can see, he's got some very good scores for a goalkeeper, some high numbers as well. That's probably down to the number of saves he's done. So it does look a very impressive option. And in terms of his price, you can probably get him for around £100 at the moment, which is, as we know, very, very cheap for a goalkeeper on Sorare. Another option is Gabriel Arias. Now this guy is another one who's also currently injured, but he is due back in July. Okay, so he's due back in July 2022. He's 34 and he has got a long contract with Racing Club as well till 2023. But looking at his stats, he's making an average of 2.5 saves per game, which is 72% of saves of shots against him. He's also managed to keep 9 clean sheets in 20 games as well, which is absolutely brilliant. He's also in the international squad as well for Chile. He's a bit more of a backup goalkeeper for them, and that is what these did not players are here. These are during the international games. But generally, he's a first team starter, as you can see, and he's got some fantastic scores to go with that as well, probably due to the number of clean sheets that he's capable of keeping. And his price is looking very, very appealing for somebody who's a first team player and a long contract at a top Argentinian side. So definitely want to consider this. Like I say, he's injured till July, but I expect his price to go up once he is back fit. Another good option is Lucas Chavez. This guy looks an absolute steal, which we'll come on into in a moment. Plays for Argentina Juniors. He's never a keeper that's been out injured, but he is actually due back very soon. He's only 26. Save wise, looking very impressive. 2.3 saves per game, which is 76% of shots saved, which is absolutely fantastic. And he's also kept 4 clean sheets in 11 starts as well, which is very impressive. Now in terms of his scores on SO5, again, fantastic scores. Look at this. This is looking absolutely brilliant. Plenty of 60s and 70s there, which is very impressive for a goalkeeper. As I say, these did not play as heroes for the time that he was out injured, but he is back to being back to full fitness now, and I believe he is back in training with Argentina juniors. His limited price is looking very cheap, £69, and his rare price is also looking cheap really for a starting goalkeeper who is only 26. So another goalkeeper that caught the eye was Ricardo, 33-year-old who plays for Sorare in the Brazilian league. Impressive stats for this guy, looking absolutely brilliant. 3.4 saves per game, which is 83% of the shots saved against him, which is absolutely fantastic. And he also managed to keep 6 clean sheets in 13 starts. So this guy really does look the business. And in terms of his scores on the SO5 scoring matrix, his scores are also looking very impressive. Now this period here where he's got a load of did not plays, this was due to an injury. But he is back to fitness now, as we can see here, and he has been playing and getting those high scores again. Price wise, 53 on the limited and around 484 on the rare. So this guy does look very cheap for a starting goalkeeper. So moving on to defenders then, the first one I've gone for is Bruno Batulli of Newell's Old Boys. 31-year-old. To be honest, his form has not been that great recently, but he is capable of much better, which I'll come on to in a moment. But just looking at some of his stats, he's got some impressive interceptions and tackles per game, 1.1 interceptions and 2.1 tackles, and his number of crown jewels is also impressive, 4.1 average jewels won, which is very, very good. So that's going to obviously help towards his triples and doubles. Now in terms of his scores on the SO5 scoring, as I say, his form's dipped a bit recently. He's been in and out of the side here as well, as you can see. But before, he was looking absolutely fantastic. Look at these scores here. They're looking very, very impressive here in this period. So if we can get back to that sort of form, then this guy is going to be looking very cheap at £63 on the rare. Another defender that caught the eye was Lucas Villabla of Argentina juniors. 27-year-old, mainly plays on the left of defence, generally on the left back position. Started 23 games last season, got 1 assist and 1 goal as well for Argentina juniors. He's also chipping in with a number of key passes, and he also created 2 big chances as well last season. Pass numbers are looking high and impressive, 77% accuracy as well. He's also kept 7 clean sheets in the 23 games that he started. Now his interceptions per game is looking impressive, 2.8 interceptions per game, 1.1 tackles. And also his ground duels and aerial duels is also looking very impressive. And his total duels won is 6.0 per game. So that does look very impressive for this Argentina juniors defender. So let's have a look how that equates to scores on the SO5 scoring matrix then. So some very good scores, as you can see, some absolutely fantastic scores. He's getting some of the high numbers as well. He's got a 95 there and an 87. So these scores look very impressive, especially for someone who is available at these prices. Another guy that I like, another Argentina juniors defender, is Kevin McAllister. 24-year-old as well, so he's still very young. His stats look impressive. He started 23 games, got 2 goals, and he's also shown a number of passes as well, 39 average per game, accurate passes that is, which is 80% accuracy. And also his interceptions and tackles is looking impressive as well, and his ground duels is looking really impressive at 8.3 per game. So this guy is going to be getting a lot of doubles and triple points. His scores are looking absolutely fantastic, as you can see here. He's got a couple of hundreds there, an 88, a 90 and a 99. Now this guy is still eligible for the under-23 division as well until July 2022. So these prices look a little bit beyond the budget range, but because he's under a 23 player and the amount of ground duels is winning and that sort of thing to get those double, triple points, which could equate to around 12 points, this is looking still fairly cheap for an under 23 defender. Another guy as well that looks good is Fabrizio Angeleri of River Plate. 27-year-old left back, Attacking left back, this guy, as you can see by his shots per game, is averaging 1.2 shots per game, which is absolutely fantastic. He's also created 4 big chances as well, and he's averaging 33 passes per game with 82% accuracy. He's getting plenty of tackles in there as well for an attacking fullback, and is also winning a number of ground duels at 4.8. So this guy does look very impressive. He was out injured recently, but he is due to be back to full fitness very, very soon. So I would expect him to be starting some of the games for River Plate when the new season kicks off. So this guy does look very cheap, very good, an attacking player. So he's going to be getting you plenty of assists and that sort of thing, and potentially even some goals. Now if we look at his scores, they speak for themselves really. Some fantastic scores here for a 27-year-old defender. And at these prices, it really does look a steal. So this is one that's very interesting, especially to me, because I have got the other River Plate defender as well, Diaz, so I could potentially have a River Plate stack there. So it's maybe one that I'm going to look to purchase as well. So it looks a very, very good option. So that was all the options in part 1 in this Argentina and Brazilian budget scouting video. Part 2 will be over the next couple of days, so make sure you stay tuned. If any of these players look impressive to you, are you thinking of buying any of these players? Do let me know in the comment section below, I would love to hear from you. And if you did like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Reddit. And for more free Sorare content, please check out SorareAssist.com. Links are in the description. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up using the link below to get a free limited card. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.